All right, Virgo, welcome in. How are you doing? Let's take a look at October. What is going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Feel free to swap around these energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher, so let's see where we're going here. All right, for Virgo, what wants to come through, please? All right, so Thinker, this is a 44 card. This is a very powerful building kind of number, making plans for the future. Look at that. Change in the wind. Time to go. Wow. What? Chop wood. This is about making a plan. Okay, this is about making a plan for big change happening. I feel like you've been sitting on this for a while. Okay, I feel like you've known that this change has to happen. It's time for you to leave a situation. Time to go. And it's sort of like, okay, so I did a reading for morning message for October 2nd for the Libra new moon, the eclipse, the partial solar eclipse happening. It's going to be very, very powerful. We are letting go of habits and relationships that keep us stuck. The shadow side of Libra, people pleasing, kind of trying to make things nicey nice, regardless of how it is really. I feel like you've been planning this for a while. And there's still some more work to do, but I almost feel like you're going to be about 3/4 of the way through a plan when you have to enact it. Like you're not going, I mean, Virgo, I know that you want to be fully in the plan when this change in the wind comes, but you're also holding on to the routine of it. It's like you don't know when to let go of it. You don't know what it's a timing thing. Okay. You don't know when to let go or when is the perfect time. I think you're looking for the perfect time. I don't think the perfect time exists. Okay. 4 of Swords, working on healing right now. 9 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. I'm going to keep going here. Chariot and World. So, it's such beautiful energy of healing. So, I feel like you need to reach out to somebody for help. Or somebody has offered help to you. Aquarius, Cancer. Something is coming to an end here. And the only way to pivot and move forward is to ask for help. And that can be in some way that maybe you are not wanting to. Like asking for help is kind of like not your thing. Okay. And let's see where the reading takes us. Ooh, look at this. 4 of Wands, Emperor, 4 of Cups. It started out so good. This started out to be exactly what you wanted, and it turned stagnant. That's not to say it's horrible, but it's like controlling. There's something controlling about this energy here. 2 of Cups. Look how pretty that is. 2 of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Page of Cups. I feel like you've tried to make new beginnings happen. Oh, 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, Knight of Cups. So something has gone stagnant in your life. I almost feel like you are sort of in the camp of a new person or in the camp of a new experience, sort of like half-heartedly, not really doing it. Not really going toward another person, not really going toward somebody for help, not really. It's like But this, I'm used to this. It's comfortable. And a little bit like the frog in boiling water here. I gotta be honest with you. A little bit like the frog in boiling water. Because you see how this 4 of Wands becomes this 4 of Cups. This is the stagnant energy. The Ace of Cups is trying to show up, but something is just not working, and it's because of some kind of controlling behavior. It's just not working. And it can be on both sides. All right. So if this is a relationship you're in, you can be controlling. They can be controlling in different ways, right? You're like trying to keep it the same. I want it to stay the same. Why can't everything just stay the same? And because of that, it hadn't really been allowed to grow. And so that makes for stagnation. When people grow and change, there's challenge here. And this is Aries energy. So we are very much in this Libra new moon energy. And new moons are usually about planting the seeds for the future. But it is also an eclipse of the South Node, which is about the past. Libra's in the South Node. And eclipses are about the nodes of the moon. We have Libra in the South Node, Aries in the North Node. And so we kind of have to assert ourselves and this Aries energy. And if you asserted yourself in a controlling way that says nothing can change, that's why things are the way they are, or one of the reasons anyway. I almost feel like you've wanted to create something that is stable and secure, all good goals, positive goals, but maybe have felt that change, any kind of change, is too threatening to the system. Why is that? It's because it's kind of built on a rickety foundation. 4 of Swords here. It's built on a foundation of fear of loss, fear of being alone. And I feel like that's the thing that needs to be healed. Because once you don't fear being alone anymore, this relationship will be allowed to grow. Because you'll be able to take risks. You'll be able to say, you know what, I don't like what we're doing here. And then if the other person says, well, it's this, my way or the highway, you can say, okay, the highway, and be confident in that you'll be okay. But if you're not confident in that, if you're afraid to make those kinds of assertions or to let anything, if it's built on a rickety foundation, no amount of, hey, I want it to stay the same. I want it to stay the same so it will get stronger over time. That's not what's going to happen. It's going to atrophy. It's going to get, like a pond that doesn't have any aeration in it. You run the risk when you grow. You run a risk. You run the risk of the other person growing in a different direction. You run the risk of not being always aligned, not always having the same opinion about things. And this has become comfortable, but now there's some new, if something's rickety, then maybe we don't commit to it, or we try to see what's going on. But I feel like some of you wanted this to continue in your life. You wanted this person at all costs. And this is the cost. That it was started on a rickety foundation and now it's become stagnant. So this only got to the 2 of Cups. That's not very deep. Okay. This is like puppy love, or this is like, early love, or love like you think it's supposed to be, or something like that. This is very sweet, innocent kind of love. This could be a first love in your life, or this can be someone that it's the first real deep relationship you've had, or something like that. And to the Virgo energy next year. So next year, this eclipse is activating the shift in the nodes. The nodes always go in retrograde. I apologize if this is something that you've never heard of before. But the North Node is our mission and purpose in this life. It's the thing we go toward collectively, but this is individually. You may not have your particular North Node in your birth chart in Aries, where it is right now, South Node in Libra, but we're still being impacted by this energy of standing up for yourself in a non-controlling way. We're still having that energy as a collective, and you may have a lot of planets in Aries that are being impacted by that, or Libra. But the Virgo energy here is coming through loud and clear that says, I don't want something to change. And I think the way to keep it sustainable, stable, to make it stable, is to just give it more time without actively looking at the work it takes, chop wood, to make it something different. I was almost going to say to make it something it isn't. I feel like some of you are in a relationship or in a situation that you shouldn't be in. And you'll know that because in the very beginning, you had a lot of anxiety about this going away. There wasn't ever a feeling of safety in it. Okay? And this is like, I'm so afraid of doing something wrong that this person will break up with me. So I walked on eggshells. And so it only got to 2 of Cups, because how in the world can you sustain not really being who you are? That means this person is not in love with who you are. They were in love with the fantasy that you put forth. This is who I am. And, especially people who've been through a lot of trauma in their lives, they kind of are good at creating a chameleon-like person that somebody will love. But it's not really you. And so all of a sudden, the real you is coming out. Because you're growing. You're finally allowing yourself to grow. And I feel like it's because you have help. You have good friends, or you have people who kind of push you to be who you are. Now we're moving from the 4s. We got some 5s going on here, down here. We have 4 of, okay, look at this. 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, then the 4s here. So this fear or childhood pain of when you stood up for yourself, like really bad stuff happened. So you kind of like became a chameleon. So moving into the 6s, about moving forward, I'm getting some help. I'm moving forward. There's a 7. But I will say to you that you being this Queen of Swords or that Emperor, especially if you're dealing with someone who's an Emperor, who's controlling, is going to cause a lot of conflict. 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. So this new moon in Libra, this eclipse energy in Libra, is going to activate some kind of assertiveness, or some kind of like, well, this is what I want it to be. But all this time, it's been like, I love Chinese food. I love Chinese food. I love Chinese food. I love Chinese food. And then one day you're like, I never want to have it again. I only want to eat peanut butter and jelly for the rest of my life. Or I want to have a variety of food, and that one note kind of living doesn't suit me anymore. And when you say that, I feel like you come back around and apologize. This could be the other person to you as well. There's some kind of apology, and then the apology up levels into the Knight of Cups when this gets stressed. Okay. But the chaos and conflict, that's what's going on. Next year, we have a lot of energy. We do have the South Node moving into your sign of Virgo. And the shadow side of Virgo is, I'm trying to make everything comfortable so nothing will change. And that's the thing that needs to be the most healed. Okay? So this Knight of Cups and Page of Cups, there's another 6. All right? 6 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. There's the 7 of Cups and the Fool. So I feel like what you're seeing here is a bridge to your future. That if something is rickety, or when it started, if something, and you're, just trying to, you feel like you're, okay, well, this is like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Like, I'm going to give it a lot of love, and I'm going to make it look good. And I'm going to give it, I'm going to put my blankie around it so it's warm, and I'm going to give it what it needs. And then, he puts the ornament on it, and it bends over, right? Only through that community of those kids, if you watch Charlie Brown Christmas Special, the community of the kids make it stronger because they all bring in their energy. And that's what these sixes are. So I feel like you have people around you who know damn well what's going on. This is not something that if you say this to your friend, your friend's going to go, yeah, I've seen that for years. I've known this was coming for a long time. And that might not feel too good because it's like, oh, you mean everybody knows that this was kind of a mess? Yeah. But I like this. The 6 of Cups, the 7 of Cups. There's lots of options in the future. The 3 of Pentacles for you to build things. And this is the time to go. So you're timing it right. Queen of Swords, you see it. I know you see it. The Devil energy, Empress, wow. King of Cups and the 8 of Cups. So I feel like the next steps here are about really letting yourself see what this is and recognizing what it isn't. All right, so let's see where we're going. This eclipse energy is having a big impact here. I'm going to look at what you don't see coming. I'll take a look at the next 30 days. All right, Virgo, this is for you, October 2023. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.